Hello, you guys. This is Josh Vision, and I'm here to give my season 1, episode 3 review of Turn, Watch the Spies. So, in this episode, we have Abraham and his father making their way to, I believe, Brooklyn, New York, to bar some deal with the head of the loyal army, stationed over there in regards to the amount of pounds of pork and meat that they need. And I believe Abraham's father has been in business with this guy for quite a while. So during this trip, a lot of things are kind of revealed, and it's kind of revealed that basically that his father has kind of done some underhanded dealing, which Abraham didn't approve of. So there was like a little bit of an argument between them, in which his father kind of blurts out that just for once, be the loyal son that I wished you to be, and someone I could actually be proud of. So that kind of ends their scenes together for this episode. Besides that, we have the whole thing with Benjamin, Caleb, Major Charles, and Simcoe, and like the 4 gentlemen or 5 gentlemen, I believe, that was with them during their trip, to, I believe, trade off Simcoe back, to the loyal army. So what happens is very interesting. On their way, they meet the remaining soldier army from the 19th Continental, and they're bruised up, they're hurt. Apparently, they lost Fort Lee and another fort, and they were basically telling Benjamin and company, don't go there. That's bad road. We lost. It'll be a dumb idea to go there. So Charles, Benjamin, Caleb, Simcoe and company, they decide to stay at this old couple's place for the night, So Caleb decides to leave so he could probably get some more information from Abraham. But unbeknownst to Caleb, Abraham, like I mentioned before, he's in New York. He's not in Setauket. So when he gets to Setauket, he sees Abigail instead. So he's pissed that Abraham isn't there, but eventually he gets back to being his old jovial self, and him and Anna catch up basically, and she asks about Simcoe and where's his dead body, and he mentions the fact to her that they couldn't kill Simcoe. They were stopped basically at the last moment, and she basically tells Caleb that she can help, and Caleb's like, I don't want you to get involved. You're a woman. Basically the same thing that Abraham said. But she was like, listen, there's plenty of women here that are braver than the men. And Caleb eventually agrees, basically saying that, listen, if you can help me get 3 boats so I can sail back to where Benjamin and them are at, then you're in, essentially. So back to Benjamin. So while they're having dinner, Benjamin, Major, Charles, and Simcoe, the 4 or 5 guys they were with betray them. And they basically tell them, come out, and they got their guns loaded. And they're saying, listen, we're just going to sell you to the British Army, for basically full pardons on our behalf. And that we're from New Jersey, not Pennsylvania. And you have the option of either dying here or being sold as, prisoners. And they're like, either way, it benefits us. So Benjamin's trying to negotiate. That's not working. So the guns started blazing, especially as soon as the old man, like the husband, shoots at one of them. I believe he kills one of them, and the other guy shoots him dead in the stomach, and he's bleeding out. So Benjamin wants to help him, and so does Major Charles, but Major Charles gets shots in the leg, and they have to sort of hide in the house, in order to get shot at. So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So they basically have to sacrifice the old man, in order to survive this whole ordeal. So while this is going on, Simcoe, as smug and arrogant as he usually is, he thinks since they are basically trying to trade Benjamin and Major Charles to the loyal army, that they're going to take his orders. So he tells the lady and Benjamin, thank you for the dinner. I really liked y'all companies. You know what I mean? And then he gets out the house. And then he tried to take control to, hey, y'all be listening to me now. But the other guy just hits him, knocks him straight out, with the barrel of his gun. So apparently this stalemate lasts all night into the morning. And Benjamin is trying to find a way out of this whole mess. And one of the people that was part of that group that betrayed them was a boy named Mute, who earlier in the episode showed compassion to Simcoe when he gave him water when he asked for it. So Benjamin was trying to string at Mute's compassion. But the older people in the group wasn't having it. So Benjamin decides to trick them by making them think that they gave up. And when they let their guard down, even for the briefest moment, Benjamin takes out basically all of them with the exception of two. The exception of two of them, I believe. Mute and the other guy. I forgot the other guy's name. And saves everyone, essentially. And Simcoe's very impressed. He's like, good job, Major. Good job. So I believe after this episode, well, not after this episode, after this, we see Abraham come back to Setauket, and he speaks with Caleb and Abigail. And he mentions that he found out some information in New York, which Caleb is obviously thrilled about. And Abigail lies to Abraham about the fact that Simcoe is dead, when he, as we clearly know, he's not dead at all. So I found that very interesting. Even Caleb gave her a look, in regards to that. So the episode essentially ends, if I remember correctly, with Caleb escaping through the skin of his teeth, with Abigail watching, smiling. So if I missed anything, you guys, write some comments down below. This is Josh Vision. Adios.